Okay, y'all. Good morning. Wednesday morning. What I got? So we're not cutting grass today. I mentioned it yesterday, but I didn't post the video yesterday or Monday. I went out of town for a couple of days. I got back yesterday, and this video will start out when I got back yesterday. I went and looked at a job real quick. I got a real short clip of just a before clip of the area. A couple of things that are coming into question now that I came home and I did the research on the property itself. Well, I don't know if I want to even do the job or not. I'm probably not going to want to go down as far as she does. I might, it's just woods and there's a pond down there, but somebody owns the pond. And I know that people that got land, big land, and they own, they own the pond, and and they live there. They're not going to want to open them woods up to see a neighborhood, the back of a neighborhood, or a piece of the back of the neighborhood. The homeowner wants me to clear it out just a little bit so she can see the pond, but it's not her pond. So it's going to be, I don't really know. And like I said yesterday in the video, it's probably about 2 or 3 hours worth of work. I told her $1,000, but I'm going to have to, after coming home, and you got to do your research on some of this stuff when you got questions. So I'm going to call her today when I get done, and I'm going to talk to her about, liability. If I bring the machine over there, I'm going to have to get paid, and I'm going to have her sign some kind of waiver or something. I'm not sure. I gotta do a little more research and see what make sure that it's known that she's liable and I'm not. Now, I don't know if that's possible or what. I don't know if it's going to come back down to me and being a professional landscaper, I should know blah blah blah, or what I shouldn't know and all that. It'd be the equivalent of but they had a lot of storm damage in there, and there's a lot of down trees. It looks terrible. So some people might be like, oh hell yeah, Ray, that would look really good. But most landowners that own land and got ponds on the land, they don't want the neighborhoods around them already, much less open up the woods or thin the woods out to where they can see the neighborhood. That's usually the case, and not all the time, but usually. So a couple of things. So I got this right here from Lock and Lube. It came with the 10 millimeter end piece, and this is the piece right here that my mechanic gave me, and it fits on there too. So I can actually use this one if I want to, or this one. But you see, this right here can accommodate a lot more grease. It's a lot thicker. But this one right here has the holder on the end of it. Now, I could probably pull this off because it's just pressed together. I could probably pull this off and put it on this one. But you see, one of them's a little bit longer than the other. I kind of like the big, heavy one, but I'm sure the pressure's all the same. So the main thing is this elbow. See, that elbow right there is your grease fitting, basically, and that is a 8 millimeter, and that's what I needed. I still don't know what these things are called. I'd like to buy another one, but I'm not going to put it on the machine for today's work. So we're going to have to just try. Another thing that I ordered, these right here are the air filters for the cabin on the Kubota. I haven't never changed these out. I have taken them out and blowed them out, but after over the weekend I took them out, and they were just packed. So and a lot of dust coming in the machine. So I would think that Kubota would come up with something better than these little old paper filters. This was $80 or $70 or something like that. So I'm gonna stick these on this morning real quick when I get over to the job. I'm going to order some more teeth for the mulching head. Those teeth that came with it, I don't think those teeth are worth a damn compared to what the other teeth are going to be. But I don't have enough to change all the teeth, and I don't want to. Well, I don't want to use the $1,000 a day. Being at the low end of the pay to use the new teeth. I'd rather be on a $2,000 a day, and then we'll put new teeth on there. I don't know. I mean, because I hate to put new teeth on here and run them down, and I'm barely getting enough to buy the new teeth. So, but I need to buy more of them. I'm gonna look, but I got to head on over here to this job. It's right up the street here. It's about 2.5 miles or so. So all solo today, man. Solo. But me and Phil did good over the weekend. Then I've been gone for 2 days. Just got back, and here we go. Skid's full of fuel. I washed it and everything the other day before I went out of town. It's ready to go. So the mulching head is already hooked up. One thing, I don't know if it made the video or not, is the other day when I unhooked it to grab that pampas grass over there at that job, and then I hooked the mulching head back up. It hooked right on there. What the hell? I don't even understand that. It was still warm, you know. I mean, does it build up pressure as it cools down? I don't understand that shit, man. But I got a couple of things I'm looking at to buy to help me. You know, also I have that grease, that fitting with me, that high flow fitting. When I get done over here today, I'm gonna go over to the hydraulic shop and give it back to them. I got the receipt and everything right here. I had the receipt with me the other day when I took it up there, but I did not know I had it with me because it happened on the spur of the moment. You know, we were coming off the job, and I had to do something. So yeah. Well, like I was saying, y'all, this is the new air filter right here. I was going to take out this air filter. It's real easy too. I could probably even do it while I'm holding the camera. So just undo these, right? Look at that. Yeah. Yeah, you can tell it, huh? Look at that. So, stick this in. It's real simple. Very, very, very simple mechanism there. I try not to undo both of them all the way, because then you gotta deal with the grate here. So let's get this one in. And then the other one is behind the seat, so in the cab. So that is terrible. I don't even think I can save that one. Who wants? Look at all that shit coming out of that, man. You get a lot more dust on doing this mulching stuff than anything else that I have seen. So okay, so the next filter is right here. Bro, you ought to do that before you came to work today. No, man. When I'm at $1,000 a day, you let the seat up there, like so. Same type situation. You just undo this side, right? And you pull it out and you say, you're like, damn, Ray, look at that. Yeah. It's gonna make a big difference and how much dust comes into the machine. So you got, well, yeah. Back on there like that. Get in there like that. Simple, man. They make it pretty easy, man. Okay, y'all, so I'm gonna have to set y'all up somewhere and just leave it. We're gonna get all of this right here to that big tree. We're gonna go down this line right here too and get all that. I'm gonna have to set y'all up over here on the other side of the creek where we're not in my way, and we'll just go from there. So we're gonna clean all this out. I'm trying to make it where I can get a good spot for you guys to get the video. So and then over here we're gonna mulch up all the stuff that yeah. So all right, y'all. Okay, y'all, so let me plug this in. Y'all see what I'm doing here? We're just kind of pushing that back, and then I'm learning, you know, when you're on an angle like this with that thing, you can't hardly do a lot with it. So my thinking is on this slope, now I'm not going much deeper into the woods, but I'm just going to go up back and forth that way up and down the hill instead of trying to go long way. Just, I don't know, probably common sense to guys that do this every day, but for me it's well, I'm learning, man. I got to get this big pine tree. I'm trying not to get things all in the water. I got to get, there's like 4 saplings right here I'm going to get, but with the saplings I like to grind them down while they're still in the ground. Any of you guys know the best way to do that? Yeah, I can cut them off at the ground with the mulching head and push them over, but then all I do then is just have these long pieces laying around that I can't get with the mulcher, because well, every time the mulcher touches them it just slings it. So yeah, let me I'm gonna try to widen the view on this thing. So Okay, y'all, so I got this area right here pretty good. The bank here, he told me not to worry about it, but I'm trying to pull some stuff out of the water that fell in the water. I'm going to be on this side grinding all this up right here too. So yeah, the machine, the hydraulic oil got on up to 170, so I told myself, I said, well, let's let it cool down a little bit, because well, I didn't grease all the fittings on the mulching head either, so I want to kind of take it easy. It's cutting good though, but those teeth, they look terrible. It would be better if I had like the you know, the regular brush cutter. I could come in here with a regular brush cutter and I could get all of this stuff on the bank. See, we'll try to pull some of it out, but I'm not going to spend a bunch of time doing that. Yeah, but I got to charge the camera, man, so yeah. It gets so dusty over there because of all the, well, there's a lot of dirt where water goes into that drainage and that little creek there, and it's like a sandy, dusty dirt. It throws up a lot of dust, man. These damn air filters are doing really good. I noticed a big difference in the quality of air in the cabin. So this area right here, we got a fence line right there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna offset that fence line probably maybe 20 feet and make me a line straight down through here. There's a lot of unknowns in here though. A lot of big stuff. Y'all see all the big stuff in here. I don't really know where I can put you guys. I'll just put you out here somewhere. But yeah, this is pretty bad right here. So I'm gonna set you, I'm gonna make my outside line and then I'll work all in here. And it is a drop down to the water, to the creek there on this side of the road. And you see there's stuff everywhere. So I gotta be careful in here for big rock and stuff like that. But you see all the vines and stuff. I'm not gonna, I mean, this is pretty bad right here, man, as I'm looking at it. I don't think that he thinks this is that bad, but it is. Okay, y'all, so I'm creeping down in here. It's pretty bad though. You gotta be hitting it from four different angles to get everything. And he doesn't want all the trees gone out of here. So, but man, they're all covered with vines and stuff. So I'm gonna do the best I can. I hope I'm more worried about throwing a track. See. You got a big old rock right there. Then you got that dead tree right there. Yeah. I want to take out the cedar tree here. But see, you got a lot of deadfall in here. You know, you can't see none of that. It looks terrible. If I were to take down every tree in here well, I might end up taking out. Of course, I wouldn't take down no. Well, you see that one right there? Look. You see the top eye is gone. This one right here, gone. A lot of deadfall in here. But man, yeah. So, and I worry about bees and stuff in this little hole right here because it's right next to this water and it stays shady. And it used to, when I was doing this property 20 years ago, 15 years ago, this stayed wet. This whole area was wet all the time. But we ain't had no rain in, in a long time. So, yeah, one thing on the mulching head that I got to look at, and I'm going to beat this thing up some with, see, this is all gravel or rock or something right here, a pile of it, left over from whenever they did work here. So y'all see this right here? Now I'm not sure exactly what purpose that serves. Maybe it protects the bottom. I mean, I don't know why. Oh, that's got something to do with, oh, okay. You probably have to remove that in order to get the drum out. I need to bang that back down and maybe just tack it right there with a weld. But if you look at these teeth, look, and I just turned them. I mean, I've only got about seven, probably about, well, maybe 10 hours on these teeth. Look, and they're beat up, man. This metal right here ain't nothing like the metal that I'm going to put on. And I think if you put, the sharper your teeth, the harder the teeth are. Wow, that's a lot of, what is that right there? Is that supposed to be there like that, dude? Did I not? Am I missing a plate right here? Damn sure looks like it, don't it? What the hell? But this thing is running great. It's a little warm, but I expect it to be, but it ain't hot. That's what it is right there, y'all. But these skid plates and all that, I can beef these up. I can put, I can weld, I mean, I got metal laying all over my building. You know, I can. Boy, that's just, that looks like a damn. Okay, check. You're in the drum right there. Is this supposed to be like that? break? Look at some of the videos. But anyway, I'm finna get back to it, y'all. Yeah, I'm gonna just set y'all in the same place. That's about the best place to put y'all. Maybe I'll put y'all back here somewhere. Okay, y'all can see it. It's really difficult in here. I'm not gonna be able to make it look good. I mean, there's so much. Well, just a lot of foliage, man, and the temperature in the hydraulic fluid keeps running on up higher than it's been going. So, yeah. I'm gonna walk out here to the truck. I'm letting it cool down some. I'm gonna walk out here to the truck and grab a rake and get some of this off the driveway. Damn, Ray, you need to have a blower. No shit. I don't have a blower though with me. So, looking a lot better, but man, this forestry mulching thing is, well, you're not gonna get a fine product at the end, a fine-tuned product. You're just not. So when you get around people's houses and stuff, I'm always thinking to myself, damn, man, it's hard. And if you're on a field somewhere, who cares? I mean, you don't even notice it. But see, I'm noticing because, well, yeah, I need a blower, man. Really. So a hydraulic line came out. I'm gonna try to pop it back in. Good thing the hydraulic shop's right down the street. and it ain't the female, it's the male. I don't know if it's gonna pop back in or not, but let me get some of this shit off the machine. Okay, y'all, I'm not gonna get out. That's a wrap, man. I've been over here. How long has the thing ran today? 6.4 hours. So for $1,000, and it's actually ran that much. So yeah, I'm hungry, man. I'm ready to go eat. So y'all see, I got that side of the driveway. Now he told me he wasn't worried about the driveway getting shit all over the driveway. That's what he told me. He don't want me to spend my time blowing the driveway. I don't have my blower with me anyway, so yeah, good thing. He said he'll do all that, just run the machine as long as I can. That's what he said. And we're about there. So it's hard on the machine though, man. This is hard on the machine. It's a lot different than doing, you know, brush cutting, where, you know, or bush hogging or whatever. This takes a lot of, well, this takes a lot of concentration, man, and not to, but I think all this looks pretty good. But you know what? I think he's gonna have me over here for another day or two. And because every time you do one piece, it makes the pieces that you ain't done look even worse. And that's the thing, you know, with having one of these things. The cutter ran great all day. The line did pop out, but I popped it right back in. And yeah. So, but, you know, I'm biased. But this thing leaves a rough cut. But when all the leaves fall and everything, this will be really nice. I mean, the area that I did last week, all that up there looks really nice. And because a few leaves have done fallen, so he did it at the right time, right before all the leaves fall. Then the leaves will cover up all the imperfections. It's going to look really good. But I think he's going to want me to come back and do at least another day or two. So I'm going. I need more money though. Me being over here for this long, I'm not even at $200 an hour. We're like at $160 an hour. That ain't enough money to run a skid all day. It just ain't. So, like I said, you know, I'll get through this, and they give me a lot of work. Matter of fact, while I was here, his brother called me and said, "Hey Ray, we got another property. I need you to start maintaining them." I'm like, "Okay, shoot me the address." They're like, "All right." So I picked up another yard, you know, but you know, it's okay. I don't know that you ever get done with one of these things on a property like this. This has never been done over here. So, yeah, y'all, deuces.